guys, it's Jouelzy, and it's time for another Pop Snark. We talk about everything from the low brow to the high brow, as long as your eyebrows are on fleek and you are a queen. Yes. You might be wondering, why do I have this crown on? Because I'm feeling like with the aura of greatness of black women around me, that just black excellence is in the air. I just want to be a representative of that, and so clink, clink, and a clank to that. Cheers. I got a little lightweight drink, a little amaretto and ginger beer, because tonight is the premiere of Empire, and Lovey is actually hosting a viewing in Houston, which I'll be attending, and supposedly there's free liquor, so I don't want to drink too much before I go. I might actually Periscope after. I'm thinking about using Periscope to do like TV reviews, because doing YouTube reviews of TV shows is just, girl, it's a whole lot. So follow me on Twitter at Jouelzy as always, and I'll let you know if I decide to Periscope or not tonight, girl, because that Verizon data plan ain't no joke. Well, it's super duper awesome. This week is the Primetime Emmys, which I didn't actually watch because, like, nah, nigga. But what I did catch up on was all the black woman excellence that was in the crowd and won, and the deep, deep meaning of the 3 wins by Viola, Regina, and Uzo. That's what this week's Pop Snark is going to be all about, because there are so many lessons and awesomeness to discuss just with those 3 women. Like, you wouldn't even have to watch all 3 hours in the Emmys. You could just skim right through. There was like 15.5 important minutes. Shout out to Ava DuVernay and that Apple Music commercial with Kerry Washington, Mary J. Blige, and Taraji P. Henson. As a matter of fact, just shout out to Taraji. She was nominated but didn't actually win anything. But girl, was she just an effervescent, I don't know what word I want to use, like effervescent being of sisterhood and just awesomeness, and just like, yes, like, girl, I love Taraji's spirit, and I love a lot of what Taraji actually represents when you read into her story and you just look at her background and what all she came from. She is an amazing woman herself. But let's get into Viola, Uzo, and Regina real quick. First thing that is so important is that Viola won her first Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actress, and everybody was like snapping me, tweeting me, sending me messages on Instagram. Did you hear her speech? Yes, girl. I caught the replay of the speech. Shout out to For Harriet for putting the clip of her acceptance speech up on Facebook with the quickness. Y'all the shit. Thank you, girl. And yes, I saw the natural hair and all her 4C kickiness. Hey, sister girl. Love you too, boo. Her dress was beautiful as well. Just everything about Viola. But to get to the actual, she quoted a line from Harriet Tubman's biography. I believe the biography is called The Moses of Her People. It was written you can actually read it for free online. I will link it down below. Viola is producing a Harriet Tubman biopic, which I'm excited to see, girl. Black woman magic again. Excellence. Yes, we're here. But Viola's 50 years old. And she's been in the game since 1996. And it has been a long and hard road for Viola to finally get to cross the line, as she said in her speech. You know, what's so great is that Viola has played a lot of kind of like downtrodden women characters, to the point where my mom used to see her in movies and always be like, she always crying over something. And I'm like, that's rude. She's winning an Emmy for a character that, for as much as like How to Get Away with Murder, I have some quabbles about the actual show, and sometimes I just get lost in where the storyline's actually going. Her character, Annalise Keating, on the show is a strong black woman who gives no fucks and breaks so many barriers and leads the way for so many discussions that black women have been uncomfortable about having, and owning our sexuality and being kind of free and being educated and, you know, occasionally ratchet and participating in thoughtful behavior. Shout out to Sanaa Lathan, girl, we see you. And, you know, her character is not this quabbling, crying, single black woman character. She just breaks so many barriers within the portrayal of Annalise Keating. For her to win an Emmy for that character, girl, I am here for it. And to think that Harriet Tubman could say some line in 1864 or 1869, whenever the biography was written, and it still be relevant in 2015, still have an impact, still be like, hit you in the heart, hit you in the soul. Like, you know, like that first time you heard Lauryn Hill's, what's the name of that Lauryn Hill song? X Factor. I don't know why it makes me think of that, but I remember being in 7th grade when Lauryn Hill dropped that album, and I heard X Factor, and I didn't know what reciprocity meant, but I knew that it mattered in my life. I knew that it was relevant. That's the feeling I got when Viola, am I saying her name right? When Viola quoted that Harriet Tubman line. 50 years old and winning her first Emmy. I think so often we put this focus on age and doing things before 30. And actually, all the women, Uzo being 34, I believe Regina King is maybe around 44, 40, and them all winning these Emmys on the same night, which I low-key feel like might be a setup, because then the Oscars like award black folk one year, like we was just a shit one year, and then like for the next 5 years, it's like, woohoo, okay, there's no Negroes here tonight. Did you know? But you got us watching. For them to all win at points in their life where a lot of us, when we feel like we're not getting the recognition or we're not where we're supposed to be at because we have this age thing in mind, might give up or go like quit acting or quit doing what it is that we're very passionate about because we had this idea that by this certain age we should be doing certain things. You know, I'm 30, so I'm going through it right now. Like, I feel like at 30, I should just be in certain places. And when people like to shade me, they like to bring up my age and how I'm not where they think I should be at, which is, girl, okay. You know, keep watching my every move. I appreciate your focus on me. Like, just keep ahead. If you keep focused on what you're passionate about and you stay true to you and you really believe in yourself first, like, you will have your breakthrough. And it might not come when you think it's coming. Viola, girl, I'm sorry if I keep mispronouncing your name. I've been drinking just a little bit. But you awesome. Uduba. You know, even her story, she's talked in interviews about wanting to give up before she got the role of Crazy Eyes. She is an opera singer. She is what do you call it, conservatory trained as well. Like, she is just so talented, and she won an Emmy last year. She won for best comedy guest role, which means that she wasn't even a full-time, like, I don't know what you call the term, like the staff. She wasn't on the main staff, on the main cast of Orange is the New Black, but she killed that role. There's no way, like, I wouldn't watch it if Uzo wasn't on it. Like, girl, don't take Suzanne off. For her to say, you know, she was at her breaking point, and a lot of us have been there, no matter your age, and I think in life you might have several breaking points. Breaking points are not age specific, trust you me. And it's so hard for black women in Hollywood to get casted for roles of caliber and integrity. And all things considered, you know, I feel like Uzo could have read the script of Crazy Eyes and been really offended, and like it could have seemed like a belittling role to play, but she's such a talented actress that she puts so much life, and it's like it's one of my favorite characters on Orange is the New Black, because she really is a very complex character, even though, you know, she's kind of there for shits and giggles a lot of times, but even the giggles that you're getting out of her kind of make you stop and think a little bit deeper and think a little bit harder. And so now Regina King, I believe Regina King won for supporting actress on a drama called American Crime. And I believe I've talked about American Crime in my previous Pop Snarks because, yes, God, what's his name? Is his name John Ridley? John Ridley created the show. It is awesome. It's a little bit heavy. It's a little bit, might be a little bit depressing, girl. But she won for playing a Muslim woman on TV, y'all. Think about that. She a hijab wearing Muslim character who was trying to get her brother, who was convicted of murder, out of jail. And you know what I loved about American Crime? I love stories where there are like no character that you can absolutely love. Like, there wasn't a single character who I could entirely 100% stand behind on American Crime. You had to think about everyone. It really kind of tapped into like our human emotion and just kind of how we react to things and our own judgment that we cast on other people, but how we might emote on our own. You know, Felicity Huffman played the shit out of that low-key racist white woman, like almost to the point where I had sympathy for that racist ass white. I had to be like, oh my gosh. Like, even the progression of how she became racist was just amazing. And then Regina King's character, Aaliyah, it really made me kind of stop back and think how critical I can be of other people. What would I be if I was in her shoes? I didn't necessarily agree with a lot of what Aaliyah did on American Crime, but I appreciated her intelligence and her passion and just like her desire to fight for what she believed was right, which so often people get so consumed with just following the trends and being more about what the cute star bag is and actually standing for something, that Aaliyah's character really, I connected with her on that level, even though I didn't necessarily connect with her on what her purpose was at that point. Regina King's another person who's been in the game for so long and is really taking on, you know, even beyond what these women are doing on the screen, what they do behind the scenes and advocating for other black women. I think the sisterhood It's just awesome sauce, amazing, and I'm happy to see so many of us celebrate the sisterhood, because so often it's the media and just all these fair gray and all the bullshit ass websites that constantly want to put out that black women are constantly fighting each other, that we're just petty and uncivilized and not, you know, not loving towards each other. So cheers to just black excellence. I hope you get your crown. I'll link this. I got this on Amazon, girl. I gotta find a reason to wear it. Maybe I'll do a photo shoot or something with it on. And let me know in the comments down below, one, what you're drinking, how you feeling. Did the Emmy wins touch you? Did you watch American Crime? Do you watch How to Get Away with Murder? Do you watch Orange is the New Black? How do the characters these women play on TV impact you? Like, what are your thoughts on it? Love to hear it. As always, stay blessed and I'm by the girl. Shop. That's smartbrowngirl.com. Thank you for supporting. Get you a mug while you at it. And cheers to black excellence all around queendom.